Allegations of electoral interference marred the LC1 elections in western Uganda. In Mbarara City, polls were cancelled in 5 cells after clashes and claims of political intimidation, while in Ntungamo, security fired warning shots following disputes over alleged voter ferrying. Despite the incidents, voting continued in most polling stations under tight security.
Electoral authorities called off LC1 elections in 5 cells across Mbarara City after violence, chaos and alleged interference by senior political leaders, including members of parliament and city councillors. While voting was generally peaceful in many areas, the exercise started late, with some polling stations opening after 11 a.m. Of the city's 186 villages, 51 LC1 chairpersons were unopposed, leaving voters to elect only the 6 executive committee members.
22 being from north and 29 from south. But still, these ones were required to convene meetings and elect their committee, executive committees, which they have successfully done.
The situation, however, deteriorated in Karugangama cell in Mbarara City South, where rival political camps clashed at the polling station. Several voters were reportedly injured as the confrontation escalated, forcing security personnel to fire tear gas and live rounds in the air to restore order. Mbarara City Returning Officer Violet Atura accused several high-profile politicians of illegally influencing polling stations, intimidating voters, and attempting to influence the election outcome.
And that has really affected us in a way, because when they come down here, the people down get divided.
She said the incidents forced the Electoral Commission to cancel voting in 5 cells.
We are still compiling the list, but as of now, the confirmed villages or cells where elections have been cancelled is Kachika cell, Nyakezi.
The Electoral Commission says fresh elections in the affected areas will be conducted on a later date.
But we are hopeful that we shall have a repeat of those elections when we get communication from our bosses.
Meanwhile, in Ntungamo district, LC1 elections were characterized by delayed voting, high voter turnout, and isolated incidents of tension over allegations that some candidates ferried in non-residents to influence the outcome. Although voting began peacefully across the district's 1,033 villages, disputes later emerged at polling stations in Nyamisha Cell 3 and Urubare, where residents questioned the eligibility of some voters. Security personnel intervened to restore calm, firing warning shots into the air in parts of Ntungamo municipalities' central and eastern divisions to disperse rival groups.
We have like four signatures on the slip. Some are not signed. Ballot, blank slip.
Tureba yale tabaka lyo kumanya baragamba Uganda gonka.
Tusolonda akalulu. Oli Muganda, toli munyankole.
Despite the isolated disturbances, voting proceeded at most polling stations under the supervision of Electoral Commission officials and security personnel.
I'm promising them to work for them.
Harris International has renewed its partnership with the Rotary Cancer Run through a special edition crystal water campaign aimed at supporting cancer care in Uganda. A portion of the proceeds from every bottle sold will contribute to the construction of the Rotary Cancer Center. Organizers are targeting more than 100,000 participants for the 2026 Cancer Run.
In Zambia Hospital, and the total project cost is 14 billion Uganda shillings. I want to report to you that we have so far collected 8 billion, and we are shy of the total budget by 6 billion. So our target this year is to call upon a minimum of 100,000 participants, and we are looking for a net collection of 5 billion Uganda shillings. And therefore, I want to again use this opportunity to call upon corporate companies to come and be part of us, because that is where we get the biggest fundraising drive, and also call upon Ugandans and friends of Uganda, Rotarians, friends of Rotary, to come and be part of the run. Registration is 30,000 shillings, and after registration, you get yourself a Cancer Run vest.
Committed ourselves to this long 3-year partnership. It's an extension of what we have done. This is our 4th year supporting the Rotary Cancer marathon, but also the program as a whole. So in that spirit, today we are here to officially launch this special edition label, and the bottle is available in front of all of you. So all our products for the next 2 months is going to bear this special edition label, and it means it puts the Rotary Cancer Run, the program and the cause in the hands of millions and the faces of millions of Ugandans out there.
Why we take this as very important for the cancer program is because awareness about cancer is the first step in the treatment of cancer. Because the reason people are dying of cancer is because of late diagnosis, and that is caused by lack of awareness. Many people get symptoms, but because they're not aware, by the time they actually go for testing, it's too late. That's stage 3, stage 4 cancer, and the chance of survival are not as high as it ideally be. What this does is that it puts this in everybody's face. It puts this awareness in everybody's hands. Cancer remains top killer, and together with people like Alice and others, we are confident that we shall be winners of this war at the end of the day.
Uganda is set to participate in the 2026 Comoros Cultural Celebrations and Festival with a 16-member delegation to showcase the country's cultural heritage. The October 12th to 18th event will bring together participants from across Africa through music, dance, fashion and exhibitions. Despite funding and logistical challenges, the team says preparations are underway to ensure Uganda is represented at the Continental Festival.
Uganda has been invited by a country called Comoros. Uganda is invited to represent in culture, and we have been identified to be the leaders who are going to take the cultural teams from Uganda to Comoros. We are going also to teach. We have an opportunity to present, to give out our submission on why it is important to promote culture, because when we promote culture, we shall not have people who go wrong by doing wrong betting, who do alcoholism, people who are doing rape and murder. There is a lot that we are going to preserve if we promote culture. But also we want to see how we get culture and add modernity, add the digital, and we see how we combine the two. Because people, for instance, in our villages in Ankole, who do ebyevugo, who do ebitaguro, most of them are deep in villages. They don't have even phones. Even if you want to give him a deal, they don't have contacts where you can access them. Yet they can be modified. If we go to Comoros, we are going to meet different countries that we do now what we call rapport or relationship, networking, that if there is any other opportunity, it is now going to be easier for Uganda to be included in those than previously. But also, we are going to see how this flag is going to be put up. Uganda flag agenda. They are giving us free access to submission, but they are not giving us air tickets to transport our 16 members who are supposed to perform. So we are coming now to ask for support, how we can make sure these people get passport, then how we can get money to get air tickets, and also the little money to eat while we are going.
We are going to market the country's potential. One of our greatest assets we have as Uganda is our rich and diverse cultural expressions. So this is very, very important. In that conference, mainly we also do what they call filming and documentary. All these expressions are going to be filmed at a global level and presented all over the world.
Former State Minister for Works Musa Echeru has urged government to urgently supply fast-maturing, drought-tolerant seeds to farmers in Tasso following the failure of the first planting season. He warns the region faces a looming food crisis after prolonged drought destroyed crops, saying timely seed distribution would help farmers benefit from the expected second rainy season.
the dry spell set in, immediately people finished planting. And some of them did not even get the opportunity to weed their crops. The dry spell continued up to now. It is just now that it is beginning to show some signs of rains in some parts of the region. That meant the entire first crop was lost in the whole of Teso. Of course, Karamoja was worse, and I was told even West Nile and all the other neighboring districts like Otuke, like Agago, like Pade. And so we are happy that actually the president and the government have been very quick to respond. The Prime Minister the other day flagged food that is already being distributed to the communities in Karamoja who actually were already dying, and very, very unfortunate, very regrettable. Now, yesterday, in the course of my moving around to mobilize for these local council elections, the population drew my attention to the request that they are putting across to government. They are telling me that the government may not have enough resources to feed them, say like from now up to February next year. And given the fact that there is now a sign of second season rains beginning to come, they are requesting the government, if while the distribution of relief is taking place in Karamoja, is it possible that the Ministry of Agriculture, Honorable Tumwebase, could be helped to quickly procure fast maturing seeds? The seeds that the Teso people want are mainly quick maturing sorghum. There is a variety that I am told can mature within 80 to 90 days. Those who have still the energy can be encouraged to take advantage of the second rains and then plant.
In foreign news, Russia's Federal Security Service has charged Telegram founder Pavel Durov with facilitating terrorist activities, accusing the messaging platform of failing to remove content allegedly used by Ukrainian intelligence and extremist groups to coordinate, sabotage, terrorism and cybercrime inside Russia. The FSB says an international arrest warrant has been issued for Durov, and Telegram has not formally responded, although its official X account posted an image of Durov making an obscene gesture shortly after the announcement. Durov, who holds Emirati and French citizenship, has consistently denied wrongdoing and has defended Telegram's commitment to privacy and free speech. The encrypted messaging platform, which has more than 1 billion users worldwide, remains widely used by governments, media and civilians, including both sides in the Russia-Ukraine war. The charges come as French authorities continue a separate investigation into allegations that Telegram failed to adequately tackle criminal activity and cooperate with law enforcement requests. Durov's current whereabouts remain unclear. Now, women seeking maternal health care services at Bugweri Health Center 4 have received a boost following a donation of maternity equipment from the Rotary Club of Kampala. The facility's leadership and local authorities welcomed the support, saying it comes at a critical time when the health center is experiencing an increase in the number of expectant mothers seeking care and needs additional capacity.
Here to hand over the newborn care equipment, which is to supplement on the number of activities we have so far done in the Bugweri cohort. We have had trainings of health workers, and we expect also to go into community awareness to make use of these equipments which we have delivered to this facility, Busesa Health Center 4. But also what is important, we are encouraging Busesa Health Center 4 under the guidance of the in-charge to make sure that whatever we have delivered to them should be maintained and also be in position to make some simple repairs.
Bugweri is quite a young district, and that when we get some of these development partners, kituyamba okuboneka our district basically grows well. Our mothers have enormous challenges. They are vulnerable. So when we get people like Rotaries, it helps us to strengthen the way we do our things. I want to also take this opportunity to thank the medical team of Bugweri for being in position to spearhead the move of being frontiers in supporting the mothers.
As Bugweri district, we are very humbled. We are very grateful to have such a partnership with our colleagues of the Rotary Club. We are really happy and really appreciate for your hand of help you have offered Bugweri district.
It makes a wonderful life for our newborn. Since we have received many equipment like the warmer, it will help us to give quality services to them, and also on the side of Bugweri community, we shall give them quality services. Thank you so much, Rotary, in conjunction with Ministry of Health.
Now, as we come to the end of our 4:30 news updates, a reminder of what is currently on across platforms. Now on Sanyuka, it is a music jam happening, and on NBS Plus, go ahead, check out Vibes, check right there with the team. We also have a lot that will be happening right here on NBS. We'll definitely be transitioning to NBS after 5. That brings us to the end of our 4:30 news updates. My name is Tracy Kansime. Have a good evening.